Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my opinion on the possible trade that Seattle will do to trade out Russell Wilson from Seattle, send him somewhere else, and get 3 first-round draft picks and some more for the 8-time Pro Bowler. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, let's start at the beginning. What happened in the beginning was that Russell Wilson went to Tampa Bay to get his Walter Payton Man of the Year award and watch the Super Bowl. He was watching it with Sierra, his wife, and Commissioner Roger Goodell. Now, when he saw that game, he was looking at Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes getting hit and hit and hit by that ferocious, very intense front seven of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, to be honest, the offensive line of the Chiefs was weakened. 3 of the offensive linemen were injured. They were out, so it was obvious that they weren't going to do as well. But Brady, on the other hand, was not even scratched. Now that tells you a lot about this game. And then Russell Wilson thinks, why don't I get what Brady gets? Why don't I get a good offensive line? And honestly, we got the receivers. All we have to do is build an offensive line to protect Wilson. At least protect Wilson and allow for our running backs also to run the football. Because back in week 7, I think, where the Seahawks faced the Cardinals, and honestly, no, the second time I think, it was basically 2 straight games that Seattle had lost after losing to the Bills and then the Rams, where Russell Wilson gave up 7 interceptions. Now, to be honest, interceptions can go in 2 ways. It was the quarterback's fault because he didn't read the route correctly, or it's the receiver's fault because he didn't read the route correctly. But there's another reason why interceptions also happen, and that's the third one. And honestly, this third one is pressure. If the quarterback is pressured and he's forced to throw, it could go anywhere. And that's what Seattle does not see. When Russell Wilson went out and said that basically he's not happy with Seattle, that he would love to be in the front office saying, hey, I want this player to come to Seattle. I want this guy here. I want you guys to protect me. Honestly, the Seahawks should do that. They should give Russell Wilson what he needs to make the team into a dynasty. Honestly, I'm just going to say this straight up. Russell Wilson is the franchise quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. He is the best Seahawk quarterback in their franchise's history. Over Jim Zorn, over Dave Krieg, and over Matt Hasselbeck. All those guys, very good or decent quarterbacks. One even made a Super Bowl. Russell went to 2 and won 1, of course, behind the defense of the Seattle Seahawks, the Legion of Boom. But regardless of that, he did his job. And that's the point of a quarterback. Do your job. But when the quarterback becomes an elite quarterback, that quarterback is supposed to lead your franchise to the future. And that's what Russell Wilson trying to do. But Seattle, of course, is very, very pissed that Russell Wilson is talking openly, or at least the team of Russell Wilson talking about, hey, if Seattle doesn't want us, then trade us. That's it. That's it. That's all that's basically saying. If you don't want to give us what we need to make you better, then trade us. And honestly, I feel Russell Wilson's pain. I know Russell Wilson that in this moment, he is probably, hey, I don't want to spend my career as a quarterback who never won the big game because of me. I don't want to be the quarterback who won it because of my defense. I don't want to be that quarterback. That's probably what Wilson is saying in his head. And honestly, I say, go at it. Try and win a Super Bowl with yourself as the main key to the Super Bowl. But Seattle has to act first. And one of the things they have to act on first is the protection to Russell Wilson. They got enough running backs. Honestly, Carlos Hyde and Chris Carson, very good running backs. Honestly, it's good enough. Receivers. We just released already a suspended Josh Gordon, but we got Tyler Lockett. We got DK Metcalf, David Moore, Freddie Swain. Boom. We're good. We're good in the receiving game. But tell me this. If you give Seattle a good offensive line, then you got an incredible offense. And the firing of Brian Schottenheimer made it even worse because he's the only guy who allowed Russell Wilson to cook. Honestly, Pete Carroll wants to run the football, and that's fine. But if you got a quarterback like Russell Wilson, you gotta throw the football. The guy is a beast throwing the football. He's also good at running the football as well. But honestly, for a quarterback, he should run less. But he should use both his running ability and passing ability. More his passing ability as he's a quarterback, but at least give him a chance. You gave him a chance and then you say, oh, you threw 7 picks. We lost 2 games. No more. Then look at this. Seattle had the best quarterback in the league for the undefeated part of Seattle's season. I'm just saying this. When it comes to Russell Wilson, the guy's a beast and the guy deserves everything given to him, because honestly, he's a top 5 quarterback in the league right now. He's not a top 5 quarterback overall in all time. So of course, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, all these guys are ahead of him. Tom Brady, everyone's ahead of him. But why? Because Seattle doesn't let Russell Wilson do what he needs to do to become that. He has the potential, but can't use the potential because Seattle doesn't allow it. Now, honestly, when it comes to this, I hope Seattle doesn't trade Russell Wilson. But if they do, the Seahawks have no option on where they're sending him. It's up to Wilson, as he signed a contract with a trade clause in it, which means that Russell Wilson decides where he goes, not Seattle. Seattle gets to decide what they get for Wilson, but Russell Wilson is the one who decides where he's going to go. And honestly, if he goes, I'm happy for him to go to a team that will allow him to do good. But if Seattle does keep him, you better put an offensive line to protect him and make him into the GOAT of football. Now that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Also tell me down in the comments below, where do you think Russell Wilson's going to land if he gets traded? And what will be the return that Seattle gets for Russell Wilson in return of a trade? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe and hit the notification if you want more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.